Hey guys, so now that we've got our building, this is an enclosed building now, you'll soon realize that it makes it a bit more difficult to view inside the building and model from now on. So what we're going to do is create a couple of sections and what's called a 3D section. Okay, so makes it a lot easier to kind of navigate your model and see what's inside the building without having to constantly hide things and reveal things. You can still obviously hide things. So if I right click on an element, you can go hide and view element, and that will hide it to look inside. And then to get that back, obviously, if you click on the little bulb down there, it will reveal everything that is hidden in red. And then right click on that, unhide in view elements, and that will you can do like that, and then close off that. So that's one way of doing it. It can get a bit confusing on that one. The way I like to do work is use sections and a 3D cut section. So a section, for anyone who doesn't know, is a cut through the building. So essentially, you're slicing through the building at different points to look at inside the building. So if I go to my ground floor, we'll create a couple of sections. So if I go to architecture, if I go to view, you should see create section. So what we're going to do is cut the building. So outside, you start off on the outside, and then you drag that line vertically through to the other end of the building. It can be anywhere, it doesn't matter, as long as it's outside to outside. And then you can flip it around whichever side you want. So this is the arrow points towards which side you want to view the building in section. That's the view range. So I usually extend that all the way so it will see everything, including all that. If it was only here, it wouldn't see that on the drawing. Therefore, I want to see everything, including that black back wall in my section. And then once you've done that, you should see now on your project browser, sections now appear. So section 1. And that's a section, that's a cut through that building at that point. So it shows all the bits inside there. Again, you can change the detail of it if you want to, so you can make it fine, and that will show all the construction information that you need, or you can leave it as medium or of course, depending on what view we've got. We'll come back to that later on. But for now, that's a section. Okay, so later on we will come back to more sections later on. But in order to create, so you can create as much of these as you want. You only need to create them on one floor, and it repeats it on all floors. So you don't need to create them on all floors. So just create them on ground floor. Usually, you only really need a couple for now, and later on you can add more. But the next step, you need at least one. Okay. So next step is to create a 3D section. So if we right click on our 3D, so we're going to have two 3D views. We're going to have the normal 3D view, which is this one, and we're going to have a sectional 3D view which allows us to view inside as we need it. So if you right click on that, duplicate view with detailing, that creates a new 3D view. We can rename it, so if you want, so 3D, just to keep it clean, so you know which one is which. So this is a sectional 3D. It's exactly the same just now because we've not changed anything yet. To change it to a sectional 3D, if you right click on this little cube diagram in the top right corner, and then if you just go down to orientate to view sections and click on the section that you just created, what that's going to do is cut that 3D view to section. Now if I orbit again, that's created this section. Now on its own it's fine, but what makes this quite powerful is that it's got this box around it. Okay, so this box has little tabs on all on all directions. So now you can push and pull anything you want to find exactly where you want to work. So if I'm going to be working in the staircase next, I'm going to push that here, and I can start to view different parts of the building without having to kind of hide and reveal things. So this does not affect that model there. Okay, so that model stays the same. This is just the view. So this box itself, it's just a view. It's just for changing the view range. So you can adjust it. You can take it down even if you want. So take it down to just show the ground floor. So it's quite a quick way of looking at inside the building without having to hide and reveal things constantly. But also getting to exactly where you want, especially if it's a deep building, exactly seeing what you want to see as you're modeling.